नमस्कार हांव कार्मिना बार्बोजा तुमकां हेराल्ड टीव्हीच्या खोबरा पोत्राक येवकार दिता। ब्यास्तर वर्साचे पिरायेचो जोकी रॉड्रिगीस आनी 74 वर्साचे पिरायेचे लिना आल्बर्टिना जोकी रोसा रॉड्रिगीस हे जाणटे जोडे मंगळारा दीस दुबयतान दाबोले आयले। ती दुबयतावन जेसिसिबार रॉड्रिगीस आपणाचे 52 वर्साचे पिरायेचे दुवे आनी 16 वर्सांचे वेनिशिया नोरोना नाती सांगाताक दाबोली आयली। थंयच्यान ती घरा वेताना सकाळीं 5:45 वरांचेर ताका नावेली स्वताचो उपसूक जालो आनी ती ह्या संवसाराक उतरली। गराब्याच्या हेर वांगड्यांचो वैजकी ट्रिटमेंट चालू आसा अशें पुलिशेन कोडीत केलें। LED फिशिंग आणि बुल ट्रॉलिंग ही उद्योगीक रिटीक वन LED फिशिंग आणि बुल ट्रॉलिंग ही उद्योगीक रितीन नुस्तें मारपाची रीत आनी हे रितीन नुस्तें दोतोच त्या त्या जाग्यार नुस्तेंच उरवना। गोंयांत वेगवेगळ्या नुस्त्याचेर ताचो कसलो प्रभाव जाता? गोंयांत सवाय नुस्तें मेळटालें ताका कितें जालें? गोवा फावंडेशनाचेर कोर्टान वचपाची कसली पाळी आयली? कोर्टान LED फिशिंग आणि बुल ट्रॉलिंगाची विनंती केली त्या गोवा फाउंडेशनाच्या डायरेक्टराचे सांगणे ऐकात।
They are limited to doing fishing that is on a small scale, which is not very intensive and which allows the other fish to survive. But LED fishing and bull trawling is associated with industrial fishing, and industrial fishing means you use technology to clean out whatever fish is available in that area, and that is why the fish quantities are declining. At one stage in Goa we had more than 100 varieties of fish. Today you cannot get more than 4 to 5 varieties, and even of those 4 to 5 varieties there are some varieties like iswan and pamphlet which have completely gone outside the local markets, which nobody can afford to even eat. Therefore it was about time to take some action, and therefore the Goa Foundation said that we will take action whatever the consequences, and we will take action and see that this practice of LED fishing is brought to a complete halt.
Yes, sir.
The Goa Foundation has moved the Bombay High Court for implementation of the ban orders issued by the Goa government and the central government in respect of LED fishing in the state of Goa and bull trawling. These are two methods of fishing which are ecologically harmful. If these are not regulated and controlled, then the day will soon come when there will be really no fish in the Arabian Sea, and there will be no fish for Goenkars. Now there are some 900 trawlers. Out of these 900 trawlers, about half of them, 50%, are engaged in LED fishing, which is completely banned by a notification issued by the Fisheries Department in 2016. Now in 2016 there were only 60 boats with LED facilities. That means they have put additional generators in the boats and so on. But in 2022 this number has gone up to 400. And what is happening is that those boats which are smaller which are not using LED fishing, which are not doing bull trawling, they are being punished because they are not doing this type of fishing. So what those who are violating the law are doing is they are actually not just violating the law, but they are destroying sustainable fishing that is required for the state of Goa. Sustainable fishing is generally done by small scale fisher folk, ramponkars, and by smaller boats.
आता पळय काल तुम्ही आता हें केलां न्हू इन्स्पेक्शन बी करता
हय
पळय एलईडी
हय
फिशिंगाचेर सो
हय
काल खंय इन्स्पेक्शन जालें पळय तेन्ना हे ट्रॉलराचे ओनर नासले खूंय बेतीन आनी आयज इन्स्पेक्शन कशें जालां आनी कितें म्हणून आतां हें इन्स्पेक्शन कित्याक लागून
हायकोर्टाची ऑर्डर घे मरे
हा
गेल्या विकान रिट पिटिशन फायल हायकोर्टान दिला
हय हय
स्टेशन आसलेले बोटीक वचून सर्च करपाची
हा
आणि कोस्टल गार्डांनी गोवा पुलीस तांकांय पावर दिला आमकां बरोबर असिस्ट करचे म्हणून
हा
कळ्ळें तुका कितें तें
हय हय
से हायकोर्टान स्ट्रिक्ट ऑर्डर दिला हे तुम्ही हे करूंक जाय म्हणून एज पर हायकोर्ट वी कॅनॉट अवॉइड आणि हाय अँड क्राय तुमचेच क्वेश्चन आसता मरे एलईडी करून
हय पूण तुमी
हय
सगळे इन्स्पेक्शन सामकें करता न्हू आनी तुमकां रिस्पॉन्स बी बरो मेवला
सगळ्यांक सारकें पुलीस गार्ड थंयच आसतले जे
ओके
ऑर्डर घे बेस्ट आहा
तुमचे सायडीच्यान डिपार्टमेंट इन्स्पेक्शन चालूच दवरला
फाटल्या शेमोर वर्साच्या झुजान गांवगिरे भारत आपणाक शारांतल्या भारतान जागो मेळोवंक झुजताले. भारत सरकाराच्या 1935 वर्साच्या कायद्यान वो भारती घोटणेन पंचायती कोडेक दवरल्यो. भारताचो गांवगिरो वाठार 83% आसा. हो इतलोय वाठार चुकून भायर उरला वो मुद्दम भायर दवरला. आख्खी भासाभास हेराल्ड टीव्ही आनी युट्यूबाचेर पॉयंट काउंटर पॉयंट कार्यावळींत आयकात.
Because when the constitution drafting was going on, there was no debate about how we are going to ensure the participation of nearly say 83% of India in the affairs of the governance of this country. That was not at all matter of debate. Whether he is a constitutional advisor of the Constitution Assembly, panchayats was never in a debate, which does not give the maximum power to the village panchayat. And for him, village panchayat was not the village of that time, which was dominated by the caste hierarchy and the class hierarchy. His concept of village was much different, liberal, equal, based on all forms of equality. Same kind of size, but with a different culture and character. Unfortunately, people did not devote time to understand what Gandhi was saying about the village, what saying about the governance, and why the participation of the village community was required to shape the democratic character and culture of this country. And thereafter, somewhere when Gandhiji was murdered, some emotion erupted, not only all over the country, but also in the Constitution Assembly. And then, just to pay him tribute, people started debating about how we can pay our respect to departed soul.
Bureau report for Herald TV.
नागपंचमी ही परंपरीक हिंदू परब जे पूर्वी वेळार सरपांची हरे टिकवान. नागपंचमी ही परंपरीक हिंदू परब जे पूर्वी वेळार सोरपाची पुजा करतात. नागपंचमीची परब श्रावण म्हयन्यान मनयतात आनी ह्या काळार सोरपाची पुजा करप बरें अशें मानतात. हिंदू गोंयकारां मातयेचो सोरोप करून ह्या दिसा भोव भक्तीपणान देवळांनी आनी घरां प्रार्थना करतात आनी दूद, चिरमुल्यो आनी गोड कान दिवन पुजा करतात.
नागपंचम कशी कितें आनी केन्ना साजरी करतात?
नागपंचम ही श्रावण म्हयन्यान 4 दिसांनी किंवा 5 दिसांनी जाता. विनायकाच्या दुसऱ्या दिसा.
ओके. सो तुमी आतां कितल्यांक पुजा केल्या?
आमी आतां एक पावणे 9 वचून पुजा केल्ली आसा.
हय.
एक पावणांक पुजा केल्या.
सो कितें कामाक वचपाचें?
हय, पुजा करून कामाक वचपाचो आसा तेका लागून मातशें बेगीन केलें.
सो एवरी इयर न चुकता तुमी करून?
हय, एवरी इयर आमी न चुकता करता.
ओके.
आज ज्या पासूनचे म्हाका एक्झॅक्ट खबर आसा म्हणजे की आजो तेन्ना पयलीं म्हणजे एक 100 वर्सां पयलीं तेन्ना पासूनचे आमची पद्दत अशी की वारूळ जे असता त्या वारुळाची जी माती असता ती घेवप आणि ताच्यापासून दुसऱ्या दिसा नागपंचमीच्या दिसा नाग करप आणि एक 7 पिल्लावळ करप ताची पिल्लां करप आणि मातयेचेच कप करप तातूंत दूद घालप मागीर लाह्यो आसताल्यो किंवा आनी कितें कितें वेगळे वेगळे जे नैवेद्याक दाखयताले ते दाखयताले अशी ती परंपरा पासून तेन्ना पासून आज्या पासून सुरू आसा म्हणजे ताच्या पयलीं आसतली म्हाकाय खबर ना पूण तेन्ना पासून ती सुरू आसा. आयज बापूय म्हाजो करतालो ताच्या नंतर हांव करतां फुडें खबर ना म्हाका म्हणजे कितें जें आसतलें जशी जी परंपरा आसा तशी ती चालू आसा. सकाळची हें जाली पुजा जाली दनपारां महानैवेद्य जालो आनी सांजची मागीर ताका विसर्जन करप. तो हांव करता किंवा म्हजो चलो करता दोगां पैकी एकटो कोण तरी करताले.
आमी आतां ही वर्स प्रमाणे 40 वर्सां नागोबाची पुजा करता आनी वाड्यार आमच्या चडशे कोण करिना पण आमच्या वाड्यार एकूच आमच्या घरान पुजा करता. आमी सगळ्यांक जेवणाक बी आमंत्रण दिता आनी आमी महानैवेद्य म्हणजे आमी पातोळ्यो खीर.
गोंयचे पुलिशेन फायर नांवाचे ब्लॉकचेन नेटवर्क कंपनी कडेन मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टँडिंग हाचेर निशाणी केल्या. ह्या मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टँडिंगा प्रमाणे स्मार्ट पॉलिसिंगा खातीर फायर आनी गोंयच्या पुलिसां मदें खासगी भौशीक सांगात घडोवन हाडप चालीक लायतले. अशें करून पुलीस खात्यान आनी नागरिकां मदें उक्ते वेव्हार आनी प्रभावीकपण सुदारतले. गोंयच्या पुलीस खात्यान डिजिटलायज करूंक आनी सगळ्या खात्यांनी पेपर नासतना वावर जातलो आनी सगल्यो कायद्याचे कारभार वेवस्थीत रितीन रिकॉर्ड कोत्तले आनी अशें करून नागरिकांक रिकॉर्ड आनी पुरावे मेळोवंक पुलिसांक मोजत जातली असो ताचो हेतू आसा.
Goa Police has signed a MOU with Fire Blockchain Private Limited, a leading make in India startup in blockchain technology, firm which is specialized in blockchain. So the MOU aims at mutual cooperation between the organizations and resource sharing so that using the blockchain technology we are able to provide better policing services to the citizens. And as an initial phase, Goa Police as well as the Fire will aim to make all our documents digitized. The ultimate aim will be to make the entire Goa Police paperless. Fire will provide the infrastructure and support system in achieving this target. So this is the first step in achieving that.
One big piece is when you put all the employee records or you put any records on blockchain, the technology is built in a way that you can't change the data. So it's immutable, it's more transparent, it's more secure, and it's more cost effective. So those are the 4 big pillars that we lend as a part of the infrastructure to the Goa Police Department and to SIR. So this basically all the citizens feel more secure, because if you, for instance, right now if you lodge an FIR, I'm just telling you a hypothetical use case, if you lodge an FIR, if the whole data resides on the blockchain, a third party or any citizen or any public person can actually trace from the source to the beneficiary, or from the whole whole chain can be actually tracked on where the file moved, where the file was, till the time it actually action is taken. So it lends a lot of account. It basically makes the police more accountable.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
गोंयच्या येरादारी पुलिसेन सोरोप येवन गाडयो चलयतात आनी गाडयो नेटान धांवडायतात. ताच्या आड उपाय घेवंक निर्णय घेतला ताका ट्युरिझमाचो मंत्री रोहन कंतीन येवकार दिला. सरकार एक पंगड कसो वावुरता आनी आपूण सुरक्षीत रितीन गाडयो चलोवपाच्या निर्णयाक येवकार दिता आनी ताचो फायदो ट्युरिझमाच्या खात्याकूय दुबाव विरीत जातलो अशें तांणी सांगलें. ट्युरिझम सुदारूंक सरकार सगळ्या भागांनी वावुरता आनी ह्या मोलाची सरकार हेर देशां आनी राज्या कडेन स्पर्धा करून फुडें वचूंक सोदता अशें ताणें फुडें सांगलें.
कायदे जे करता ते कायदे लोकांक सांबाळपाकूच सेफ ड्रायव्हिंग जावचें म्हूण काल जें केलां म्हाका दिसता इट्स अ वेलकम स्टेप टू एन्श्युअर दॅट वी आर इन द रायट डिरेक्शन. ताजे खातीर आमी जेन्ना परत परत एग्रिगेटर्स उलयता टू कम इन एंड प्ले, आय थिंक एवरीवेर समवन हॅज अ रोल टू प्ले. इफ वी हॅव टॅक्सीज or pool taxis or things which are working, people who would like to even enjoy the evening and do not drive and they use vehicle services, what we look at. ताज्या खातीर म्हाका दिसता काल जे डिसिजन घेतला ते टुरिजम इंडस्ट्री खातीरूय सपोर्ट जातलेंच, कित्याक वी वेलकम, वी आर नॉट आस्किंग टू गेट इंटॉक्सिकेटेड ड्रायव्ह एंड देन डोंट रीच होम. आमी म्हणटा सदांच मॅसेज म्हणटा ड्रायव्ह केअरफुली, समबडी एट होम इज वेटिंग फॉर यू म्हणून. हे आमी स्लोगन घेवन सदांच उलयता. I think this needs to be it is not a thing where I should comment. It's a self-responsibility to everyone to drive responsibly to improve the tourism potential as far as the state is concerned. We need to work on the overall thing, right from making from beach destination, going to hinterlands, looking at ecotourism, looking at adventure, looking at other areas to be added. We are looking at in the support infrastructure. We are looking at making safe and clean beaches. So integrated policy खंय जाय, shacks model shacks हाडप, ती बीच स्ट्रेचीस सद्या करप. ऑल दीस थिंग्स हॅव ऑलरेडी बीन ट्यून्ड. आनी जे उलयल्या ते केलां. सो वी सेड ज्या लोकांक शेकवाल्यांक त्रास आशिल्ले, शेकवाल्यांक त्रास आशिल्ले 2 वर्सां तांकां ऑपरेट करूंक मेळूंकूच ना बिकॉज ऑफ कोवीड. They had asked for 2 years more extension. After talking to Chief Minister, we have given them 1 more year extension. So I think government is with the people to ensure that we understand the issues and do it. At the same time, tourism needs to take a proper shape. So whether there are issues of aggregators, hotel industry, Mopa airport, a lot of things are changing in the tourism sector. And tourists जे येतात ते पयली भशेन ना, they have become very selective in terms of deciding what they want to do. And we are in a competitive stage with a very prominent states or different parts of the countries in the world who are competing and to it's not only sun, sand and sea but as a tourist destination.
Prasad Polchi for Herald TV.
वास्कोच्या सप्ताहान दामोदर देवाचो सप्ताह मनयतात तो सुरू जावचे पयलीं मर्मुगांवची नगरपालिका एक मोनान फुडें वचूंक सोदता. ट्रान्सफॉर्मराची आसा तो कचरो नितोड कोत्तले म्हूण नगरपालिकेच्या नगर अध्यक्षान हेराल्ड टीव्हीक सांगलें. आनी लोक भोंवता त्या जागेचेर कचरो उडयतात तांकां फायन घालतले म्हूण कोडीत केले.
आमकां एलईडी डिपार्टमेंटान रिक्वेस्ट उलयलो आहा की थिंगा ट्रान्सफॉर्मर गार्बेज उडयता की हांव आमच्या गार्बेज कलेक्टराक सांगूंक सोदता, सांगतलो की ती गार्बेज सांगपा जाय म्हाका की ती गार्बेज क्लियर करपाची आनी थिंगा बिन्स दवरपाची न्ही. जे कोण गार्बेज हांगा उडयताय हांव ते गार्बेज कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर सांगता तेणी तो येसो फायन घेवन भोंवताय तो मारपाचो. एक सगळ्यांक तो फायन मारल्यार ते सगळें सोल्युशन सॉल्व जाता न्ही. कित्याक लागून ही गार्बेज उडोवन ते आमकां एलईडी डिपार्टमेंटाक त्रास दिवपाचो नाका. कित्याक ताका थिंगा काम करपाक बेगीन ताका लोकांची सर्वीस, लोकांक लायट गेल्यार थिंगा बेगीन वचून ते काम करपाक आमी थिंगा गार्बेज उडोवची न्ही. कित्याक थिंगा आमी क्लीन दवरपाचें आनी आमी थिंगा ती हांव आमचे गार्बेज कॉन्ट्रॅक्टराक सांगता की बिन्स थिंगा गार्बेज हूंय ट्रान्सफॉर्मरा कडेन दवरची न्ही म्हणून की थिंगाची तबडटूब काडची. हांव ताका इंस्ट्रक्शन दितलो.
सागर नायक फॉर हेरल्ड टीव्ही.
इतिहासीक शेमोरोदीक वर्सांच्या दुरन कप फुटबॉल टोर्नामेंटाच्यो 3 जोगजोगीत ट्रॉफींची दोनापावला एका केरीत दोबाज्यान उक्तावणी केली. ही 131 दुरन कपाची भोंवडी आसली. ट्युरिझमाचो मंत्री रोहन कंतेन आनी चीफ ऑफ स्टाफ इस्टर्न कमांड आनी चेअरमन दुरान घडोवन हाडपी समितीचो लेफ्टनंट जनरल कमल कुमार रेस्वाल SM, VSM हांणी ट्रॉफीची उक्तावणी केली. खेळाच्या जैतिवण पंगडाक 3 ट्रॉफी फावो कोत्तात. द दुरन कप, प्रेसिडेंट्स कप आनी शिमला ट्रॉफी दुरन करपाचो टोर्नामेंट आगोस्ताची 16 ते सप्टेंबराचे 18 पर्यंत चलतलो.
The 3 scintillating trophies of the historic, century-old Durand Cup tournament were unveiled at Donapala. The Durand Cup tournament will take place from August 16 to September 18.
In the DF case, we also took a decision that like we have these trophies. Every trophy has got its is a history behind it. So not many people are aware of it. So how do the public know about it? So we decided to conduct a trophy tour. We flagged off in Calcutta. Then we had Guwahati, Manipur, Rajasthan, Jaipur, because Rajasthan United Football Club is a club from Assam taking part after 42 years in Durand. Whereas when we talk about Goa, West Bengal and other states, I mean, there's no event conducted with at least 3 to 4 teams from these events. And finally we decided to come to Goa. I'm grateful to Mr. Akshay Tandon because when I spoke to him, since they're the winners and these cups have already come here, so I said no, this is a way to just promote this event. We must conduct this trophy tour here. The response that we have got is really very, very motivating, and it is basically because of that response that we have got that we've been able to put 2 successful cups, and I'm sure 131st edition is going to be a grand event. This year we have got 20 teams, 4 pools, 2 pools play in Calcutta, 1 pool plays in Assam, 1 plays in Manipur. The knockout stage onwards, that is quarterfinals, semis and finals will all be done in Calcutta.
And when we talk about the Durand Cup, 131 years, I think 4 generations must have gone into this to ensure that this tournament keeps going. 131st edition also speaks about the way the whole tournament has been organized. I'm happy that the whole plan of launching the trophies is happening in Goa. But I would have been more happier if the tournament, one part of it from Kolkata, Guwahati and Impal, if Goa would have been one of that. ISL has spoken a lot of volumes in Goa. And last 2-3 years, with COVID coming in, players have actually played the tournaments without any spectators. It's always a combination. If the players need to be actually encouraged and motivated, they need the guys cheering out to them. At the same time, sports lovers who want to see them play live, be there. If Glenn is playing, then we need to see that whether Glenn shoots or does not shoot, we want to see his game. And that's how Goans have been all over. I think it's the right time what Akshay spoke, Ripswal spoke about. Goa would love to host this type of tournaments. A tournament which has completed 131 years and 131st edition is happening this year. Imagine the number of football players that must have evolved. Imagine the number of tournament, the type of organizing spirit that must have happened in the past. And that all gets glory not only to the sport but also to the country. I'm made to understand that this tournament started before the English Premier League. And that itself speaks volumes. We have started something where the English would dominate over the whole world. We started something before them.
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
लीड पाशिको कप फुटबॉल टूर्नामेंट राय स्पोर्टिंग क्लब सोमारा दीस जाल्ल्या खेळान वेन्ना स्पोर्टिंग क्लबाक 4-2 गोलांनी हारोवन क्वार्टर फायनलींत प्रवेश केला. बेतालबाती पंचायतीच्या मैदानात जाल्ल्या ह्या खेळान राय स्पोर्टिंग क्लबाच्या लॉयल कार्दोजाक मॅन ऑफ द मॅच इनाम फावो जालो. आयच्या कोब्रापुत्रान इतलेंच. हेराल्ड टीव्ही कोब्रापुत्र आयकलें देखून तुमकां देव बरें करूं. ओदीक कोबरां खातीर उपकार करून आमकां फेसबुकार आनी ट्विटराचेर फॉलो करात. आदियोस.